knows about the grind, bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. What's up, Nasties? How you doing today? Happy Thursday. It's game day. Edmonton Elks in Winnipeg to take on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, looking for their first win of the season. 6:30 start time on good old TSN. Of course, Matty Iwanyk, J Milne have the Green and Gold kickoff show at 5:30. So keep it locked here on EST Afternoons, which means the Reed Wilkins show will go from 3 to 5:30. Welcome inside the William Huff Studios here in the west side of the city. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-450-4536. Zach Kubish, Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas here with you. Hit us up on the River Korean box, 780-218-9999. Also, Nasty Chat, if you're watching on YouTube, slam that thumbs up for us, please and thank you. We hit 100 yesterday. Let's do it for the Elks. Let's manifest some good juju for the boys down in Winnipeg. See if they can pick up their first win of the season. And if you're listening in iHeart, TuneIn Radio apps, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, slide on over and just slam that thumbs up for us. Fun show today. Matthew Iwanyk, 120, will join us to preview Elks Bombers, Red Light District with Joaquin Gage at 140. And at 240, we'll have Riverhawks head coach Jake Lanferman, he'll join us. They're down in Victoria, I think, right now playing. So, and then they're heading to Nanaimo bars.
Nanaimo bar. There's no such thing as a Nanaimo bar.
Nanaimo.
There you go.
Perfect.
Never been there?
Get some help.
No.
Why not?
Nanaimo?
Yeah.
Why would I go there?
It's nice.
Okay. You ski?
Oh, water ski maybe, but you're it's the ocean. Then you go straight over to Tofino. You should take the GF to Tofino.
Tofino?
Yeah. It's on the other side, Pacific side.
Nanaimo.
Yeah. That's where I used to go surfing.
Okay, what's that little town where you go, the shoe shops?
That's the Okanagan.
No, but there's another name for it. You go, I think you have to go through it to get there. It's on the way. It's really like...
in the interior of BC?
Yeah.
Well, there's Kamloops, Kelowna.
No, it's...
Vernon.
What's it called? People that have gone houseboating, Shuswap. Like, it's...
that is Sicamous.
No. I know Sicamous. It's another one. Sorry, man. It's like... oh, man, this is horrible radio. I can't... let me try to remember the name.
Ogopogo?
Nanaimo.
Nanaimo.
They're in Nanaimo tomorrow. They close out their series in Victoria today.
Nanaimo is one of the places, is the reasons why I'm sitting here today. Playing against the Nanaimo Clippers, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have I ever told you this story?
They were your rival.
No, I was trying to play as many teams as possible in 1 year, and I finally landed with the Bellingham IceHawks.
Nice.
And played the first game against the Nanaimo Clippers in Nanaimo.
Yeah.
We won like 2-1. I think I stopped upwards of like 50-some shots. And I was on the Kamloops Blazers protected list at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the Portland Winterhawks were playing the Victoria Cougars, and they came up to Nanaimo to watch the game.
Yeah.
And they saw me play. They traded for me the next night.
That's
or the
amazing.
next day. Went from Kamloops to Portland. Next year got drafted by the Edmonton Oilers. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Nanaimo.
Yeah.
Salmon Arms.
Salmon Arm.
Yeah.
That's on the island too.
Yeah. I went by there. But there's another one on the way there.
But that's like through Comox. If you were going to Salmon Arm, you
Revelstoke.
Yeah, okay, Revelstoke.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like kind of a gateway. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, but that's... You're all over the place.
Yeah.
Jesus. Next time you go to BC, I better come with you. You're going to get lost. Should be in Revelstoke. Is this Nanaimo? No, it's
No, but like, I'll confession. I've never been to Kelowna.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Don't go. It's,
First you're like, wow. And then you're like, well,
no,
don't go.
it's too nice.
Oh, I won't want to come back.
No, yeah. Every time I go, I'm like, why? It's so sad leaving.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know so many people that have been there, and they're like, "How you?" I go, I've just never had the opportunity to go with someone.
Just to get on the lake and stuff and dive into that nice, clean, clear. Well,
I'd have to take the GF next summer for a whole week.
yeah.
Rent a cabin. Right.
You know, I'll show you where to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a place.
Smitty the Welder says Salmon Arm isn't on the island.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What am I thinking of? Powell River. Sorry. Salmon Arm is right there. Yeah. Hernan's right.
Yeah, I remember Sycamoose. Yeah, Shuswap Lake. I went houseboating there twice.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sycamoose is a big launching pad for all those houseboats.
Yeah. Cool. Good stuff. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I was, of course, on Two Guys, we talked about the draft a little bit, our stories and stuff. I was looking through my draft class and stuff. There's a lot of good players that year.
I'll start.
Your favorite Oiler went my year. I didn't even know that.
Who's my favorite Oiler?
Bobo Mirnov.
Oh, he's not my favorite.
Oh, well, one of them.
If I had to pick my favorite Oiler of all time, that's a great question.
No, choose your answer wisely here.
Well, Coob should pick Joaquin.
It's okay. It doesn't have to be me. Doesn't have to be.
That's such a tough question for me, Joaquin.
Yeah, well, think
Because
about it.
it'd have to be a 90s Oiler, though. Like, growing up, my favorite Oiler was Glenn Anderson.
Yeah?
Yeah. Man, that's a great question. I don't even know what I would answer right now.
I didn't like Glenn Anderson when I was a kid because he was at UBC. I don't know why he was there, but he was at UBC rink where the Thunderbirds played, the university team at that point, in the bar with this massive fur coat on. And I went up and asked for his autograph because we were practicing, and then he didn't even look at me, just signed it and handed it back.
Oh.
But then he was my teammate later, and I was like, I gave him crap about it.
Did you bring it up?
He didn't remember.
Oh, favorite Oiler, man. That's a great question. That's a summer question, Joaquin.
It is a summer question.
Because I know a lot of people, maybe of our vintage, would say Wayne Gretzky. But I'll be honest, he wasn't my favorite player. Like, you loved him because he was the greatest player on the planet and he was an Edmonton Oiler, but he wasn't my favorite.
Maybe this is something for next week, Hernan's one.
Favorite Elk? Eskimo?
Favorite Edmonton-based athlete?
It's a good one. Because from the current team, I like, because you work in the business, you really don't have a favorite. Like, you just admire players.
Yeah. I think it has to do with age a little bit too. Because if I'm at an alumni event and some of the old dogs are there, I turn into like a little 8-year-old. Hi. But then, like, if I see guys that I played with, like Ryan Smith walks around if he's here or whatever, and people are like, oh my gosh, it's Smitty. And I'm like, Moulet, take it easy, and even the players now, I'm not as awestruck as I am with, say, if I see Mark Messier, even Paul Coffey to an extent, right?
Do you think there has to be a criteria like that to play at least 3 years? Too late? No? Okay.
Because, I mean, some people love Bill Guerin.
I love Bill Guerin.
Yeah.
Anson Carter.
Ace.
I loved Ace.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's Ace.
Is it?
I loved Roman Hammerlick. I loved Yanni
Picked
Nienema.
first overall.
I love Cujo.
Cujo's good.
Statue Boss Productions. I thought mustaches were dumb when I was a kid, so I didn't like any player with a mustache. So you didn't like Glenn Anderson or Lanny. I was going to call him Larry McDonald. I'm way off today. Nanaimo. El Presidente says Yari Curry. Laura says Willie Pless. Statue says Willie Pless for the Elks. Eskimo, sorry. Statue Boss Productions says, I love Bill Guerin. You know he's Latino, eh?
Is he?
Yeah, his mom's from, I think his mom's either, because I remember when he was with the Oilers, there was a hurricane in one of those countries like Central America. I don't know if it was Nicaragua or Guatemala. And they interviewed they interviewed Guerin, and he goes, "Yeah, we're worried because we have some family there, and his mom was from there."
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought he was half black.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Latino.
No, I knew he wasn't, but he's Latino. Huh. Maybe we should get him on the show.
He's your buddy, man.
I'll give him a call.
Rolison didn't play 3 years either. Didn't he play more than 3?
I don't think so.
Because they signed him. Well, that's what the Google machine is for. I do want to get to stuff that's actually happening in the sports world, Joaquin. Pero,
yeah, I'm looking through my draft because pick 205 overall, Marko Tuomainen.
4 years, the Oilers.
He went to Clarkson.
Dwayne Rolison.
Okay.
You were
Nikolai Habibulin went my year, 204. Can you believe that?
You were 5th round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Habibulin was 8th round? 9th round. Oof. And your favorite Oiler, Anson Carter, went 220th my year. I didn't even know that.
We got a bunch of tabs saying Salmon Arms is not on the island.
I made a mistake. I was thinking of Powell River for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, let's get to it. Utah Mammoth?
Yeah.
I don't like calling them that. Coop, can I call him something different? Are you cool with that?
You might have to ask Ryan Smith, the owner.
Oh, yeah. Good. Zing. They acquired Peterka, okay, for Josh Doan, the son of Shane Doan.
Yeah.
And defenseman Michael Kesselring, who was an Oiler draft pick. And then they turn around and sign him to a $38.5 million contract for 5 years, AAV 7.7. I don't know about you, Joaquin. I think Utah won this trade. It's not even close for me.
Okay, let's go. Let's dig deep into this. So
let's break it down.
Let's go over the players again.
Peterka, okay, he's entering his 5th season.
Okay, was in the minors for a better part of
70 games in 2021-22, 68 points in 70 games. Okay,
in the minors.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 years ago, he had 32 points in 77. 2 seasons ago, he had 50 points in 82 games, but scored a career high 28 goals. Last year, in 77 games, he scored 27 goals and had 68 assists. So he's getting better and better.
Mm-hmm.
He's 23 years old. Like, this is a hell of a player, Joaquin.
He's got a really good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are all in the American League.
No, this is all NHL.
Oh, it's NHL.
Yeah,
okay.
Buffalo Sabres.
Okay.
Yeah. The first numbers I gave, the 68 points, that was with Rochester.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's a trigger man. I just saw him shoot the puck. He was dangerous all over the offensive zone. It was the game here against the Oilers.
The reason I say, I think, because I know the analytics crew last night on Twitter was saying this is a really good trade for both. Listen, Kesselring's a good defenseman, Joaquin, right? Yeah. He's not a top pairing guy, but he can fit in that 4-5 really good. He skates well. He's a big body. Mm-hmm. He's good. Josh Doan, to me, he's a project, right? He's still fairly young, only 23 years old, same age as Peterka, but last year in 51 games for Utah, 19 points, 7 goals, and then with the Roadrunners, 28 games, 26 points. So, again, there's room for growth there. But don't you think Buffalo Sabres, like the media, the fans, that management wants to take the next step, and they're going backwards again?
They're getting rid of their... yeah.
Like, seriously, Joaquin.
He'll probably win a Stanley Cup next year. That's what they do.
Who?
Anyone, the top players that leave the Sabres.
Yeah, it's a good point. But, like, don't you agree that this is kind of like just a backwards move again for the Buffalo Sabres? Now, they have $20 million in cap space. Sure, they can add and they can do all that fun stuff, but I don't know, man. Maybe I'm looking at this different than most people, but no, they have a good defense. Doan, Owen Power, Bowen Byram, who's rumored to be moved. They got Samuelson, now they got Kesselring. So they got a solid foundation there, but I don't know, Joaquin. Like McLeod being your second line center, that's not playoff. That's not a playoff team, and that's not a knock on McLeod, but he's not a second line center.
I'm surprised they got rid of Josh Doan too. I don't know why. I mean, not that I've watched a lot, but just isn't his dad part of the organization too, or is he not with Utah?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if he is. I got to look into that.
I'll ask you this because there's rumblings out there that Minnesota offered Marco Rossi for Peterka. That to me is a better trade because you're getting a legit top 6 guy.
Yeah.
That can help you. Where Josh Doan, he could turn into that, Joaquin, but you don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the Buffalo Sabres
they're a mess, man. Like, I almost feel bad for them. Like, it's exciting. Your team gets in on a trade, and I get all that fun stuff. But, man, for me, you keep taking a step back. And it's not a knock on the players, but, again, I think because Kesselring's a solid player, but he's a 4-5. That's what he is. Josh Doan is the wild card here because you don't know what you're going to get from him. You don't.
No.
Right? 62 regular season NHL games, 28 points, which is not bad for a young guy, but can he take that step? Can he become a top 6 guy where Peterka on Utah is going to be a top 6 guy? It's probably going to be their leading goal scorer.
Well, yeah, you look. They got some good players, like young players, like Gunther, Keller, Peterka. That's
a
really
pretty good, man.
There's no center. That wouldn't be a line, though. Who would play between them? Cooley?
Cooley's a great player, man. Very underrated. Like, I just think Buffalo, again, is missing the boat here.
Cooley's really good.
Cooley's fantastic.
Yeah.
They got Nick Schmaltz, who's a good veteran. Barrett Hayden's, who's kind of up and down, but that's good. I mean, I don't know. I saw this trade come down the pipe. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. I thought this was a win for Utah. They get him controlled. They get him at a good number. He's a guy that every year he's getting better and better in terms of goals and points. He's hit 28 and 27 goals in back-to-back years. He's
it's a bargain, really.
Yeah.
I think in a year or two, that's going to look like a real bargain.
It's just fascinating to me. Fascinating trade. We're expected to see a lot more. Jamie Benn signs a 1-year deal. It's very bonus heavy. A lot of bonuses because I think it's $1 million, but it can work up to $3 million, I think, with bonuses. Sources are saying former Oilers head coach Jay Woodcroft is going to be joining Joel Quenneville in Anaheim as an assistant. Minnesota trades Frederick Gaudreau to Seattle today for a draft pick. I believe that's a 4th overall pick. Glenn Gulletson of the Oilers, I guess he's in the running, top 2, it sounds like, by many of the insiders for the head coaching job of the Dallas Stars. Didn't he coach there already?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he did.
Okay, Calgary, maybe as an assistant. Calgary was his first head coaching job, correct?
I'm going to look it up right now. I'm pretty sure he was.
Jamie Benn, $1 million, no movement.
Yeah, he coached Dallas.
Okay.
He coached Dallas for 2 seasons, 2011 to 2013. Then went to Calgary and then has been an assistant pretty much.
He wasn't an assistant in Dallas?
Oh, no, it says coach.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Oh, wait.
I thought Calgary was his. I could be wrong. Should probably look into this before I start talking about it.
Yeah, but good for him. I mean, he's been on the Oilers assistant staff for a while. He survived many coaches. He's always seems to be the guy to stick around. So
what does that do to the power play?
I could coach the power play, Joaquin.
Could you?
Yeah. With those 5 guys?
Go get it.
Go get it. Go.
Yeah, I guess.
My strategy would be like, give it to Bouge. You just rip it every time. I don't care.
I would whatever. Let's not get into the Oilers power play right now, can we?
No. We have enough time to do that.
Yeah.
And also, on this day, in 2015, the Edmonton Oilers drafted Connor McDavid.
Really?
Would you have thought 10 years after drafting Connor McDavid, the Oilers would still be without a Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I did. I thought they'd win within 10 years.
No.
Yeah. Come on. When you get a generational talent, you got to think they're going to win at least 1 in 10 years.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Because Crosby did it, Gretzky did it, Lemieux did it. The only one missing is Connor McDavid.
It's a different game. All right. It's different. There was no cap back then. And you got to get lucky at some point. And the Oilers weren't situated to win at that time. The Crosby teams had very solid veteran presence in them. And Connor McDavid came into a team that was a bunch of babies. Just, Edmonton tried to rebuild with young 18-year-olds. And we know how usually that turns out. That it was the model of the Edmonton Oilers back then, but you found lightning in a bottle with that group. It wasn't the perfect team for Connor McDavid to come into.
But doesn't every first overall pick go into a bad team? For the most part. Yeah,
but when did Crosby win his first cup? 2 years in?
Let's take
3 years in? They went and got Bill Guerin.
But it helped too that Lemieux came back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
So Gretzky needs to throw the blades on again?
Moose, can you come play? Lead this team? Let's see here when Sidney Crosby won his first cup. In his fourth season.
Yeah. But that was they did a great job of building around him. The Oilers really didn't. They kept going younger and younger. And it was tough to get players to Edmonton at that point too, right? But I think just having him and then the news that there was a new building being built, and you can see people want to come here now because there's a chance to win. But you need a mix. But now Connor's one of the older guys on the team, which I think is good.
Yeah. I still think they're going to get one here. I truly believe that. Hey, Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right here at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Coming up, Matthew Iwanyk to tee up Elks Bombers, and we'll get his thoughts on a few things NHL-wise as well. Keep it locked here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Slam that thumbs up very slow. 17 only in 23 minutes. Oof, that is bad. All-time low. All-time low. Send us messages on the Nasty Chat. River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. We're back with Matthew Iwanyk on the other side of the break.
Bottom of the eighth, the Jays are up 3-0 over Cleveland. Kevin Gausman on the hill for Toronto with 2 outs for the Guardians. And in the game, Toronto's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. left early after being struck by a pitch from Tanner Bibby of the Guardians. Guerrero Jr. underwent some x-rays, which came back negative for a fracture. 5 other games are live, including the Rays up 2-0 on the Royals in the 5th and the Cards down 1-0 to the Cubs in the 4th. In NHL news, Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman has reported that Winnipeg's Nikolai Ehlers is set to hit free agency. The 29-year-old had 63 points and 24 goals in 69 games for the Jets last season. Meanwhile, the Panthers have swapped a 5th-rounder in tomorrow's draft to Columbus in exchange for 26-year-old Daniel Tarasov. In the CFL, it's the Elks on the road in Winnipeg to challenge the Bombers. Join Matt Iwanyk and Jay Milne for the Green and Gold kickoff show as they tee up the action at 5:30 right here on EST. And on the links, Minwoo Lee holds top spot at 9 under through 18 holes in round 1. Canadian Adam Hadwin sits 4 shots back at the end of his day. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. The Elks host the Red Blacks July 6th and bring some non-perishable food items or donate some cash with all proceeds going to the Edmonton Food Bank. All presented by Pure Later Tackle Hunger. Tickets start at just $20 at goelks.com. Up next, Matt Iwanyk in studio to tee up the Elks versus Bombers game. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Luke Gasnick, brought to you by Pro-Am Sports.
I am very much on the page of, I think you're going to see a round 3 of the Stanley Cup final. We're headed for a 3-time collision course here. Everything Edmonton should be doing from this point moving forward should be to help them beat the Florida Panthers, because that is the eventual opponent.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, presented by Southport Chevrolet. Weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Here's to the beautiful lakes and stunning landscapes Canada has to offer. And for the kayak, camping gear, and summer toys you use to enjoy them? Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Happy Canada Day.
Sunday through Thursday, 9 p.m. to close, head to the Banquet and dive into banquet burgers, sushi tacos, nachos, and more. Late night bites, big flavors, and epic deals. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
.127, welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. River Cree Inbox brought to you. Sorry, the afternoon inbox brought to you by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out Tap 25 Restaurant. Prime rib special, just $18.99. 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Send us messages. If you have any questions for the three of us, hit us up. 780-218-9999 or on the Nasty Chat. Matthew Iwanyk joins us.
That's me.
Host of The Hangout and the Green and Gold Kickoff Show.
Green and Gold Kickoff post-game shows.
And PJ travel agent right now.
And
yeah, I'm trying to see what the cost is for this. We're doing one way?
Yeah.
Let's do one way.
And we want to get his thoughts on the Peterka deal.
Oh, I have major thoughts.
I know you hate hockey, so I won't ask you that. I just want to bug you. Just want to bug you. Well, we'll wait. Oh, we'll wait for him to get all.
Well, I'm listening. I'm listening. This isn't the first time I've been on my phone while doing this, Hernan. So you could absolutely tell me.
Someone
I don't want to do
mentioned
this.
Marc-Edouard Vlasic, and I said, and then you said pick him up, and I go, well, I heard a rumor that he takes PJs back and forth from San Jose so his dogs don't get put underneath, and then. I was like, oh, he doesn't make that much, I don't think. And then you said he got bought out. So I looked, and yeah, he got bought out 4.6 this year, 1.1 next.
Here we go. Found one. 59 to 72K.
Okay, so that's...
You're not doing it often. Like you're what? If you're budgeting that money, you're probably budgeting what, like $500,000 towards PJ's flights?
I think he was $7 a year for like...
Yeah, so what's $500,000? Just invest it, take the interest you made for the year and put it to the PJs for the year.
He's played 20 years.
Exactly.
His estimated earnings is over $90 million.
Yeah, you can afford PJs and this is a decent PJ, I think. It's a super mid-sized jet. Like, who doesn't want that one?
Oh, yeah.
I can multitask.
It's like going downtown.
For me, it'd be like, that's like the equivalent based on money of me taking like an Uber. What's the high end Uber?
Oh,
Uber
Uber Ultra?
Is it
Uber Ultra or XL? It's whatever Evander Kane used to get in those, like either Teslas or Porsches.
No, but that was renting. But like I want to get like Uber X, I think it is.
Uber,
where you get the really nice vehicles or something. Yeah, if I wanted to go back home right now. And Uber X is the normal. Uber XL is
Uber
one.
XL.
That's one of them.
Extra large.
Premium. There's also a Premier. Like that's the one that to me, Uber Premier is what a private jet would be to Marc-Edouard Vlasic in my mind. That's what I would guess. Plus, he's got all the pickle money.
Maddie, I see what you did there.
Thank you. This guy's not even paying attention.
I'm not. I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. Good job. The nice work being. You're calling me out when I knew exactly what you were saying. You did an afternoon inbox read.
Did you guys talking about pickles? I love pickles.
Yeah, he's been making $7 million since 1819. So.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy world we live in.
Hernan's gonna get all philosophical on us right now, right away here.
Yeah.
This is like an anaconda taking down a pig.
What is happening? What is happening? Our boy on the call tonight. You excited? You make fun of Dusty when he's on the air?
No, one thing I actually love doing legitimately is I like being like just yelling when he's talking or something like "Shut up, Dusty." Just because it's fun, like just at the TV, just like
we know that
we know him, so it's like just shut up, Dusty. Like just because we know, like it's actually like I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool knowing the guy that is calling a CFL game.
He's a different man.
I know, but it's also just one of those like when he should be calling the Grey Cup, and like one day he will be calling the Grey Cup, I believe. And it's like that's a guy I know. Like it's so cool. So yeah, no, I just jokingly will like at some point in the broadcast he'll like be saying something like "Shut up, Dusty."
What do you know? What's your favorite part of when Dusty's on the broadcast? Like when you see him on there? Because I got a favorite part.
Well, I can't say he's clean shaven and stuff because he's not doing that right now.
Looks solid on the air though. On TV, the beard.
I do like it's a different voice he has to a degree. Like he like on the morning show the I don't want to say yelling, but to a degree he's yelling. Like that doesn't happen, and even when he gets excited, it's a different level of excitement. Yeah. So to me, it's more even also just even the interesting part of like he's a different broadcast. Like there's a different broadcaster there. That's how good he is. He's versatile. He can do it all.
He's a professional.
He's better than a professional.
I like when he poses the question to Suits, and he looks at him. And then he looks back at the camera and he kind of gives the people's eyebrow a little bit and it kind of raises up and he goes, and he looks and nods at you. And I think he's like, that's right, Dusty. That's right.
Is TSN Dusty, like, compared to what he does here? Like, what, like...
yeah.
Never mind.
Well, what are you going to ask?
Where are you going? No, you can't leave me hanging like this.
No, I was going to say, he looks dapper on the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but I will say this. You wake up for a show that starts at 6 a.m.
No, I know. That's why. Like, I didn't want to compare the two.
I used to always like...
You can still do your hair at 6 a.m.
Okay, so, I'll book you in for the morning for a week and let's see what you do.
Sure.
There was a thing, like, I don't like with our lights, I don't like hats on that face forward.
Yeah, no, I don't do it anymore.
But I will never tell the morning boys not to. Because when we first started, I also was doing the producing, so I was in the mornings. And I was wearing a hat all the time. And I'll never tell them to, like, for the 6 a.m. crew, I'll never be like, dress up. No, I understand where they're coming from.
Trev does his hair sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
And he's got weird hair, right? It's very hard to, like,
on his face.
Style.
But it's also really nice to, like, just wake up and just throw a hat on and come here when you're all just like,
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a different time.
My mom gave me crap for wearing a hat. That's why I don't do it anymore.
I will. That'll be one thing I'll never like. Fergie's prostate is angry that I don't allow headsets in here. I don't allow people to wear headsets.
I agree with that though.
The no headsets?
Yeah.
It just looks better.
100%.
I don't like that view. You don't see it on
You don't like
other...
those big Princess Leia things on the sides of our heads?
Not when you're doing it in the studio.
Like you're bringing in a plate.
And I will and Reed wanted headset when he wanted he didn't want the earbuds and he's like, and I was like, no, it's not. That one's not happening. That one I put my foot down for the station. The hat's one I'll never put my foot down.
You put your foot down with Reed? Who do you think you are? I am.
I'm the chief operating officer of Edmonton Sports Talk.
Right.
Yeah, but he's Reed Wilkins, man. Reed Wilkins wants to wear a headset. He wears a headset.
No, that's not. No,
he didn't even let Reed wear an eye patch.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah, is that what Reed went with?
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Reed.
All right, we should get to the game tonight. It's going to be a good one. Listen, I
don't know. Like,
I remain optimistic. Like, I know it's going to be very tough. Are
you optimistic in terms of a win, or and I know some people don't always want betting. Are you optimistic that they could keep it close?
I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be closer than many think.
What's close? Fit within 15 points?
No, within 9.
Oh, so you're taking...
That's close.
You're picking the Elks to cover.
Yeah.
So the line started 9.5. It's now at 11.
Okay.
My JM Matt's big play of the game, which I just quickly, it is, I talked with Play Alberta, that JM Matt's big play, that it is indeed second half points greater than first half points for the Edmonton Elks. That's what will be paid out if on, with all the criteria we have. That bet has 10.5. I think Dusty has an 11.5 today. Talking with Huss, like,
they're not that good, man.
Winnipeg?
They have no Brady. Dembski's game time decision.
Did you see what they did to BC the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, but that was with Mazzoli, man.
Okay, what did they do to Nathan Rourke in Winnipeg?
Okay, that's a good point. No, but I'm saying they're a good team.
No, you didn't. You said they're not that good. You just said they're not that good.
No, they're good.
I know
I'm just trying to be positive.
I get that, but it's one of those. I look at this team and I look at who they're playing against. I look at how good the Bombers defense is. I look at where they're playing. Like in the last 40-some games, the Bombers have lost 6 home games in their last 40-some at home.
I know. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be a sold-out crowd. As of yesterday, there's only like 700 tickets left. Haas was saying it's a beautiful night out in Winnipeg, so like those 700 will be eaten up in no time. The offense hasn't shown any sort of rhythm yet over an extended period of time.
Yeah, it's tough.
The defense, the very first 2 possessions that they've had in each of their games. Against BC, they allowed BC to march to the 1. Then they got the third down stop, but they allowed them to march to the 1. Against Montreal, they allowed them to march for a touchdown. Like, there are still growing pains coming here for this team, and they're going up against that team. And that's what scares me. That I'm
scared for the O-line. I think with Cordy going, Cordy can play center. Don't get me wrong; he's been doing it for the last 3 years. But Evans going to left guard, it just makes.
But it's better than a tackle position.
Yes.
It could be masked easier.
They're going to have to depend on their run game, and then Trey's going to have to be able to find plays within the pocket. I believe for this team to be successful.
I almost disagree on that.
Really?
I think for today's game, if you're going to want to be successful against the Bombers with this old line change, I think you need to get him out of the pocket. I think you need to get him. I think you need to roll him out. I think he needs to run. I don't think beating the ball by having Trey be a pocket quarterback tonight is going to be a recipe for success. I don't think that Elks O-line is there yet. They're going through pains to start this season, and then the injuries you just pointed out. And that D-line of the Bombers is really good. I think you need to be designing, moving Trey out of the pocket and throwing.
You can't do that consistently because it's too easy for the defense to pick up. Like if he's going to run every time and try to look for a target, it's easier to defend.
Right, that's if he leaves the pocket.
Yeah, Trey has to become a pocket passer.
Right, but in this game, I'm saying he needs rollouts. I don't want the pocket there and then you run out. Yeah, it's easier to get to him. We saw some of the better plays he had last week was they designed rollouts for him, and he's actually a pretty good passer when he's rolling out. No. Because then the other part is that's where the protection is going, and then there's the threat of him running or passing, and he will find his guy or he will just take off and run. You need to mix more of that in. You need to mix screens in. You need to... Him being a pocket quarterback today, it's not who he is right now. He still has to develop that. Trying to make him that tonight, the Elks will be... If Trey Ford is being coached tonight to strictly be a pocket quarterback, the Elks are losing by 3 touchdowns.
No, I think they'll have designs for him, but it can't be every play. Like, it's not realistic. That's why I think he'll be successful on those plays because he's really good at it. When he's running for his life or it's a design play, he throws darts, but... like eventually he's going to have to figure out this pocket, right? Like he has to become that. And I think tonight you're going to have to see a little bit of both. He can't just be on the run the whole game.
Or why do you have to try to fit a square peg in a round hole? This is who he is. Why try to...
Then you won't be successful.
Are you sure?
No, because it's not realistic to continue to get him to run. I think
if you had a running attack into this with Justin Rankin and Javon Leake, I think it is absolutely realistic that you could possibly go into something like that and have success.
Gager, which side you on?
Well, normally a pocket passing quarterback, 5-7 foot drop, go through the progressions and check down or find something. I just think there's a confidence level in Trey Ford right now where he is not at the confidence level to go through his progression, find the play and put the ball where he wants to. His inconsistency with accuracy in getting the ball to the players on their routes isn't there yet. I think I haven't watched tons, but when I see him do that, to me it looks like a guy worried about throwing a pick, and sometimes the indecision is causing him to have to start scrambling. And you have to have faith in your receivers. You have to have faith in your O-line to protect you, right? Even though you feel that, I think there's a little bit of happy feet at times too, right?
Yeah. There is. Oh, continue. Sorry.
No, go.
Well, but last week we saw him in the pocket get, there's moments where he run train. He didn't, and he got taken down, and a drive ended. I think right now with Trey, to a degree, to some argument, part of this is you got to let the cat roam. You got to let the cat out of the house and not make it a full house cat, because he's not there. He's not fully trained to be in the house. And I want a little bit there's slight comparisons I could have to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is a top rusher now in the National Football League.
He doesn't have a litter box in his house
because he goes outside.
Lamar Jackson
he has a better arm now.
Product,
I know, but he didn't. But that wasn't what his case was in his first year as a starting quarterback in the National Football League. This is Trey's first year really as a starting quarterback in the Canadian Football League, you could argue, because the other years he's coming in relief and he's coming partway through a season. That to just immediately be like, no, you have to be a pocket quarterback, I think you're setting him up for failure. You need to balance this out to a degree, but I think tonight against the Bombers defense, especially, Trey needs to be moving because he's not beating this team in the pocket. That defense is too good.
But eventually, I guess
eventually, sure, but that's not tonight.
But I think he has to be good in both. I think he has to. It's
an easy loss tonight because he's not there yet.
Because I remember McLeod last year said, I think as soon as he gets the ball in his hands, it's 3 seconds. That's what he was aiming for, to get rid of the ball. And I remember him and Trey doing interviews, and they both said it. They're like, you kind of know where you're going pre-snap. Because you read off the defense, right? He goes, so you're not going through all your receivers, right? You're going maybe through 1, 2, seeing who's open, right? So I found that fascinating. 3 seconds is quick, man. Right? And they both said we want to get the ball out of our hands in 3 seconds because it's easier on our own line, right? They don't have to hold for so long. So I thought that was very interesting because McLeod was like that, right? But now McLeod was different because he was a pocket guy. So he knew he wasn't going to run unless he absolutely had to. So it's going to be interesting tonight. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what McSimic draws up for Trey Ford. Because this team's only going to go as far as Trey Ford can take them, offensively, obviously.
Yeah, but it's only going to go as far as this defense. If they can't make a stop, nothing's going to happen. And last week, they didn't make a stop against Davis Alexander.
And they got to stop the big play. Yeah. That's enough.
And I'm a little worried because rookie Shailen Garnes is going to Sam. I think Zach Claros and that veteran group's going to attack that because they know he's there. I'm okay with Cordell Jackson at halfback because he played a lot there last year. But what this team needs is more pressure on the quarterback, 100%. So it's going to be listen, I'm stoked for this game. I think Winnipeg's always a beauty place to go play a game. The crowd's going to be awesome. And I guess I want to see the Elks keep it close. I won't say a win or someone will kill me.
Actually, I forgot to text them back. My brother has what did he text me today? I have a feeling in my stomach, or I might just have to go to the washroom. Double E wins.
See, I'm not saying they're going to win. I just think, there's always comes that one game when the team that you cover is kind of struggling and they just kind of surprise everybody. I think that's coming tonight.
Well, they almost had it last year in Edmonton.
Yes.
And Trey had a bad game, but they had the lead cross midfield late in the fourth quarter, and then Trey threw a terrible interception.
Is that when he got benched?
And they got benched.
Yeah, okay.
But they almost had Winnipeg. And now that one was in Edmonton, but they almost had Winnipeg, and he didn't play well.
No,
but Justin Rankin played well.
Very well, yeah.
I forgot about that. Justin Rankin had a couple of really good games against Winnipeg.
Did Dusty have chicken tendies last night?
He was supposed to.
Did he go?
I don't know. He was saying he was good. That's the only thing he does.
Did he hang out with Huss?
No, he's with the TSN crew, and he got to speak to the commish. Are you not in our group chat?
No.
Or is that one? Because Tommy sent a text to a group chat that was an old group chat.
Oh.
So you might have your old number in this one. I'll have to go take a look.
I think Tommy's still mad at us for saying Kane was good.
Yeah, you're not in.
Yeah, what was that yesterday?
Yeah, you're not in this group chat.
Oh, wow. Thanks, guys.
I'll have to fix this.
Thanks, guys.
He had the drinks with the commish.
Yeah.
And he said he had a 30-minute chat on season-long fantasy.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
And I
over
gotta-
tendies?
You weren't on this group chat either?
No.
Jeez. Why are these guys going to old texts?
Hey. Not surprising.
Not surprising.
Hernan, Gage. Okay, this is
Yeah.
bumping up for us. This is the group chat for EST.
There's like 5 different ones that were.
Well, it's
Did you
because
get
as people have been added, we've
Yeah,
added
we've
to
made a new
group
one.
chats and stuff, and now it's like I don't know. Somebody grabs an old one that's been months so old. I don't know why they're clicking on it.
Maddie, you're an effing beauty. You want to know something? You want me to drop some knowledge on you right now?
Go for it.
Our most downloaded show ever is when you're on.
And what was the best? One of the best hangouts that we had in the playoff?
No, one of the worst hangouts was when I was.
I thought that was one of the best. I thought you said that was one of the best.
Slip.
Oh,
Oh, no.
well, what I'll
People
say
have
is
Hernan fatigue. I get it.
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for boosting our numbers every
course.
time you're on.
Next time I'll just charge a private jet to you guys.
5:30.
Nice.
5:30, Green and Gold Kickoff Show. Myself, Jay, will be on the air. We're going to kick Reed off early. We're going to kick Zach off early. I'm going to keep Jay around, though. And we'll have the Green and Gold Kickoff Show, 5:30.
Solid. We're back with the Red Light District with Joaquin Gage after the break.
NFL news has former Ravens kicker Justin Tucker being suspended for 10 weeks for violating the league's personal conduct policy. The 35-year-old is a free agent after playing 13 seasons in Baltimore. While in the NHL, Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman has reported that unrestricted free agent Nikolai Ehlers of the Jets will hit free agency, and the Blue Jackets have traded Daniel Tarasov to the Panthers for a 5th-rounder in tomorrow's draft. Elsewhere, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. left the Jays game early after being hit from a pitch from Cleveland's Tanner Bibby. Guerrero Jr. underwent x-rays, which came back negative for a fracture. And the action's still underway. Jays up 6-0 in the bottom of the 9th. Chad Green on the mound for Toronto, having one out for the Guardians and a runner on first base. CFL Week 4 action opens up with Edmonton visits Winnipeg. EST's very own Dustin Nielsen is on the call. Join Matt Iwanyk and Jay Milne as they preview the game during the Green and Gold Kickoff shows, which starts at 5:30 right here on EST. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. Much more with Hernan, Salas, and Joaquin Gage after a brief pause. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Hangout.
Like, my phone is really blowing up with my Canucks cousins who are saying that Canucks radio is losing it right now as well. They're saying he's slow and cocky. He had 2 surgeries. How is that addition of Kane going to really help the locker room? And that management has lost it.
Well, he instantly becomes their best player, so deal with that.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
River Creek Resort and Casino on K97 proudly present Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. Featuring small band and acoustic performances, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly in the venue July 25th. Tickets at rivercreekresort.com.
River Creek Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of The Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Joaquin.
You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night.
Joaquin.
You don't have to wear that dress tonight. Walk the streets for money. You don't care if it's wrong or if it's right.
Joaquin.
You don't have to put on the red light.
Joaquin.
You don't have to put on the red light.
Joaquin. 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 What's up, nasties? How you doing on this Thursday? It's game day. Elks Bombers 6:30. Keep it locked here on EST Afternoons. Reed Wilkins coming up from 3 to 5:30. Then Matthew Iwanyk, Jay Millen take over for the Green and Gold kickoff show at 5:30. It'll take you right up until kickoff. Portion of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Make your birthday legendary at the CBH. Epic food, killer drinks, and a vibe you can beat. Book your party now. The Canadian Brew House. Our house is your house. It's time to get to your favorite segment of the week, the Red Light District with Joaquin Gage.
Sorry. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. All right. I haven't been this excited for a long time here.
Oh.
And it's because of you two guys, really.
Me and Coop?
Yes. You.
Oh, nice.
Jesus. Who else? Yeah. Well.
Who, me?
It's because.
Yes, you.
Hey, quiet. Trying to get through this. The reasoning is you've after last weekend, right, with you, finding a new love in your life, and Coob trying to break 100. Your love of golf.
Oh,
here.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
what I have done is created a little competition between my two favorite guys.
Okay.
And their golf knowledge.
Ooh.
So I have to kind of give the edge to Coob here because he has been working on it. You're kind of a freshman.
Yeah.
But I've got some questions here, multiple choice, and I want to test both of your knowledge in the rules of golf. Here we go. Coob, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Question number 1. Okay. What is the maximum number of clubs a player is allowed to carry during a round?
Wow. Who answers first?
Whatever. You can go back and forth. They're multiple choice.
Okay.
So we've got 10, B 12, C 14, or D 16.
Who gets to go first?
Go ahead, Coob.
16.
Coob says 16. Hernan?
Is he 12?
10, 12, 14, or 16?
12.
12.
Because you could have a 5-wood, 3-wood, all your irons.
You
your
are
driver,
both
your putter.
wrong.
It's 14.
The correct answer is the maximum number of clubs you can have is 14 in your bag.
Darn it.
You can use 14 clubs in golf?
Yeah.
Really?
Question number 2. You guys are doing terrible right now. What is the penalty for carrying more than the allowed number of clubs? A, 1 stroke per hole, maximum of 2 strokes. 2-stroke penalty per hole, maximum of 4 strokes. Disqualification or no penalty unless used.
D.
No penalty?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go A stroke per hole, a maximum amount of 2 strokes against.
Again, you are both jabronis and both wrong. The correct answer is for carrying a more than the allowed number of clubs is 2-stroke penalty per hole, maximum of 4 strokes. Okay. Question number 3.
Vamos.
A player accidentally moves their ball on the putting green while addressing it. What is the ruling? A, 1-stroke penalty. B, no penalty, replace the ball. C, 2-stroke penalty. Or D, play it as it lies.
Play it as it lies, baby.
D? Okay.
D.
I was going to say D as well.
D as well.
Yeah.
You know, I thought this was going to be a good thing to do, but obviously not because you're both wrong. It is no penalty, replace the ball.
What?
Isn't that what we said? Oh, no. All right.
Question number 4. Tight race here. What happens if a player plays the wrong ball in stroke play? Okay. So you have A, disqualified, B, a 2-stroke penalty, C, no penalty, or D, 1-stroke penalty.
Disqualified.
You clicked A, disqualified?
I'm going to say disqualified as well.
A, I disqualify both of you because that's wrong.
Jeez.
We should just stop. Answer is B, a 2-stroke penalty.
I got to use ChatGPT for this.
Question number 5. Yeah, I guess you guys didn't like golf as much as I thought. In match play, do you know what match play is?
No.
Okay, it's kind of when you're playing against one another.
Okay,
right?
okay,
The total score, it's just over the hole, okay? In match play, what is the penalty for playing a wrong ball? Is it A, 1-hole penalty, B, loss of hole, C, 2-stroke penalty, or D, no penalty?
Loss of hole.
B.
B, loss of hole? You are both right!
Yeah!
Yeah, we did something! Yeah!
1-1. All right. Phew. Jeez. I thought we were going to go over here. Question number 6. What is the penalty for grounding your club in a bunker before playing the shot? So if you're in a sand trap, you can't put your club in the sand in front of the ball or behind the ball. Okay? You can't disrupt the sand at all.
Oh.
So, well, okay, the penalty for grounding your club in a bunker before playing the shot, your selections are A, no penalty, B, 1-stroke penalty, C, 2-stroke penalty, or D, loss of hole.
No penalty.
I'm going to say B.
Oof, you're both wrong again. It's a 2-stroke penalty for grounding your club in the bunker. Question 7. A ball at rest is moved by natural forces, like a wind or something. Okay. After being marked and replaced, what should a player do? A, play the ball from the new location. B, replace it to the original spot. C, take a penalty stroke. Or D, replay the hole.
B.
What was the question again?
The ball is at rest and moved by natural forces after it is marked and replaced. What should a player do?
B.
You just play it, man. Was that even one?
Play the ball from the new location?
Yeah.
Hernan up 1.
Yeah.
Replace to the original spot. Hernan's up. All right.
So easy.
Question number 8. What is the maximum time allowed to search for a lost ball? A, 3 minutes. B, 5 minutes. C, 7 minutes. Or D, no time limit.
3 minutes.
Hernan selects 3 minutes.
No time limit because they have people looking for the ball for them.
You know what? I have no time for your answer, Coop, because Hernan's right again. It's 3 minutes. Hernan up. Well, it's 3-1 right now.
It's over.
Okay, question number 9. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can a player clean their ball when lifting it under the rules, like on the green? A, no. B, only if marked. C, yes. Or D, only with permission?
Only if marked.
B.
No. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They are, a player can lift the ball under the rules. You both are wrong on that one.
Damn it.
We suck, hey, Hernan?
Question 10. What is the rule if a player hits their ball and it accidentally hits themselves or their own equipment? A, 1-stroke penalty. B, 2-stroke penalty. C, no penalty. Or D, disqualified.
A.
1-stroke penalty.
2-stroke.
2-stroke penalty. You both should get penalties because it was no penalty. Answer was C.
Gosh. Damn it.
Wow. Okay.
This
Few
is
more
tough.
here. Few more here. Hernan, you're still in the league by 2. Koob, pull your head out. Question 11. What is considered an unplayable lie? A, a ball in water. B, a ball in a bunker. C, a ball a player deems unplayable anywhere on the course. Or D, a plugged ball.
What is a plugged ball?
So it would be like if it's really wet, it lands and it's like, looks like a fried egg.
Plugged ball.
B.
Ball in a bunker? You sure?
No, A.
Ball in water.
Yeah.
You're both wrong.
What?
It's a ball a player deems unplayable anywhere on the course.
Silly.
Okay. Okay, only a few more. We got a few more here. How many options does a player have when taking relief for an unplayable ball? How many options does a player have? I wasn't sure about the options here, but I have the answer. So 1, 2, 3, or 4.
2.
3.
Koob
No.
What?
gets it within 1 with 3 questions remaining. We're only going to do 3 more. Okay. What is the penalty for playing from the wrong teeing area in stroke play? No penalty, 1-stroke penalty, 2-stroke penalty, and must replay or disqualified.
3. C.
2-stroke penalty and must replay?
Yeah.
Must replay or disqualified.
Well, which one? Those are 2 options there.
Oh, I thought that was D. I thought that, okay.
D is disqualified. C is 2-stroke penalty and must replay. B is 1-stroke penalty. A is no penalty.
2-stroke penalty, must replay.
You both are correct.
Yes.
4-3. Not bad. Getting to the nitty gritty here. Is it allowed to ask another player what club they used? Yes. No 2-stroke penalty. Only on the practice range. Yes, but only in match play.
Yes.
Yeah, you can ask him.
No 2-stroke penalty in stroke play.
How would they know?
Really?
Okay, last question here. It's painful. A ball is embedded in its own pitch mark in the fairway. Can a player take relief? No. Yes, free relief. Only if casual water is present or only with playing partners' agreement.
D.
D. Who?
I'm gonna go with D.
D. Hernan.
I'm the winner?
You're the winner.
Yeah.
You're both wrong. Yes, free relief.
Man, there's a lot of rules in golf. I do not like it anymore. Like, how are you supposed to remember all that? Holy smokes.
Those are like USGA rules or whatever. But I found they were kind of like, oh.
Will you follow those for the EST golf tournament?
Of course, you have to.
Yeah. Crazy. It's going to be fun. Under 2 weeks away. Are you in or are you in the way? Let's go. Who's going to win? My money's on Team Gager, followed by Team Coob second. Yeah? No?
I played with some, like, these guys were shooting darts last
Oh,
year.
really?
Oh, yeah. It was a joke. So, yeah, it depends.
Did you win last year?
No, it came second, I think.
Oh.
Someone else cheated.
Oh, of course. Well, if you're in the tournament, let us know. Nasty Chat, River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. We continue the fun on hour 2 of EST Afternoons. We continue to talk NHL, Oilers, Elks, and anything you guys want to talk about, of course. And Riverhawks head coach Jake Lanferman will join us at 2:40 as they're on the road in Victoria. Currently playing, I think it's the last game of their series there, and then they'll head to Nanaimo.
Nanaimo.
There we go. Awesome. We're back after the break here on EST Afternoon.
The Lock Shop.
Like, if the top levels and the top organizations are boxing, MMA, CONCACAF is back alley brawling. It's nuts. And the El Salvador team, they did not even try to score. Like, I don't get it. And Canada has this spot right now. Well, I mean, explain this to me where Canada's spot in CONCACAF is. They seem to be going after our federation. Like, are we the bad guys in CONCACAF now?
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The NHRA Hot Rod Heritage Rocky Mountain Nationals return to Rantork Raceway, featuring racers from across North America in nitro funny cars, fuel-altered Pro Fuel Harley, alcohol dragster, and 7,000 plus horsepower jet car. The Rocky Mountain Nationals, July 11th to 13th at Rantork Raceway, located west of Highway 2 on Highway 19 at the Edmonton International Airport, with weekend camping available. Tickets and info online at radraceway.com.
Celebrate your birthday at the Banquet Bar. Enjoy great drinks, amazing vibes, and unforgettable memories. Download the Banquet app and get a free pizza pie on your birthday. Book your party today at thebanquetbar.com.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
In the NHL, the Blue Jackets have acquired Brendan Gaunce from the Wild in exchange for Cameron Butler. And Columbus made another trade earlier, sending Daniel Tarasov to Florida in exchange for a fifth-rounder in tomorrow's draft. Meanwhile, Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman has reported that Winnipeg's Nikolai Ehlers will hit free agency as an unrestricted free agent. In the NFL, longtime Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been suspended by the NFL for 10 weeks after violating the league's personal conduct policy. For the Elks, they're in action against the Bombers on the road, with the Elks 0-2 on the season. Tune into the Green and Gold kickoff show. Matt Iwanyk, J-Milne tee up the action at 5:30 right here on EST. In baseball, the Jays toppled the Guardians 6-0 in their series closer. Toronto plays Boston tomorrow, and during the game, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Jays left the contest early after being hit from a pitch from Tanner Bibby of the Guardians, with x-rays coming back negative for fractures. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of VST Afternoon starts right now.
Welcome back. Hour 2 here on EST Afternoons. We're all over it. Elks Bombers. Do you believe they can keep it close? Because that's the conversation now. No one even thinks they can win. What is this? Come on. We got to have a little faith. Just a little. Hey, it's Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, Zach Kubish with you. Slam that thumbs up. Very low right now, only at 45. Hit us up on the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. Of course, that inbox brought to you by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out the shows they got coming up. The Lightfoot Band on July 4th, Ian Munsick on July 5th, and Bay City Rollers on August 7th. All you got to do is hit up rivercreeresort.com or the River Cree box office if you'd like to attend. Joaquin, some interesting news from around the NHL. Seems like they're working on the CBA details. Nothing official, but this is what's being reported for the 2026-27 season. An 84-game season will begin, dropping the preseason to 4 games. What are your thoughts as a former player to that?
I'm surprised that the players go for that.
Because in the preseason, not all the guys play, right? So you're adding 2 games.
I hate the preseason.
So do I.
Yeah, I don't. It just seems like a money grab for the owners, to tell you the 100%. Truth.
It's gonna be
what's 2 more games going to do for the? I mean, are 2 extra games going to make the difference between a team making the playoffs and not making the playoffs? What is the reasoning behind adding 2 more games to an already grueling schedule where you're forking out hundreds of dollars in February to watch teams saving themselves for hopefully an eventual longer playoff run in a couple months? It makes no sense to me to add 2 games. If they lower ticket prices, sure. Okay. I get it then. But you think they're going to lower ticket prices? No. This is ridiculous.
It's going to be 1 home game, 1 road game added. Why not just keep it 82 and make it 4 preseason games? The guys, you're a former player. No one likes the preseason unless you're trying to make the team.
Hate the preseason. Yeah. They don't like it. Why do you think they don't go on the road trips? Because they're going to go on tons during the season. And most teams, look, you could go around each and every team and see what spots are open. And if management doesn't know what their team's going to look like or have a really good idea by opening night, then that's on them. But it just gives 2 more games to the possibilities of star players who can make a difference when realistically the only thing real fans care about are playoffs anyways, that they have a chance to get injured. And all that does for season ticket holders is if I'm, Connor McDavid, Edmonton Oilers are in a good spot, and I know he wants to play, and I think he actually feels a certain amount of guilt if he doesn't play because he realizes how many people come to the games to watch him play. He's not going to want to sit out those games, and then you get a rut in the ice or something, and it costs the possible hoisting of the Stanley Cup. This is stupid, and it's just greed.
It is. I don't like it, man. I think it's terrible. You shouldn't be expanding the regular season. Now they are saying they're planning. They want to start late September, which means you're moving up at least a week, right, Joaquin? Which is not a bad thing. But you're adding 2 games. I don't know how the players go for this. I truly don't. Veterans with 100 games can play in a max of 2 in the preseason.
Yeah.
So
whatever.
Dress code freedom. Teams can no longer enforce dress codes for game day arrivals or departures.
There was a.
I guess you had to wear a suit. I'm guessing. I didn't even know there was something strict.
I didn't know there was something. I'm in all favor of looking good to go in, but there's a line. I think it should be respectful. Like, you should look good and you have some personality, some flair. And I think you can do that with a suit and tie, or you don't have to wear a tie or whatever. But yeah, some guys are coming in ripped jeans and stuff. I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't really like the tracksuit look unless everyone's doing it.
Yeah. It's like a team worn track.
If you have a team outfit for that, fine. But allow people to have some personality, a little flair, feel good about themselves going to the rink. Yeah, sure. But what?
RBM, greedy ass owners. That's all there is to it. Like, a lot of this stuff is more for the owners than the players. Like, I remember with the Elks in our second year, you could wear, it was up to the team. And then we had guys showing up a little way too sloppy. So Chris Jones is like, from now on, everybody's in a suit and tie.
Yeah.
And if you didn't wear a suit or a tie, you got fined.
Yeah.
So, but I liked it because you showed up like a professional.
there's something to putting on it. You're going to work, right? And
exactly.
it's a job. It's a job. Yeah, look good, play good, feel good.
Yeah, and so, you know what? Some players I talked to, like some guys hated it, but they wore it. They're like, whatever. But some guys are like, I like dressing up, man.
Well, you know what?
And some guys, because my last year when Chris Jones was gone, they stopped the dress code, but he just had to dress nice, all right? But like I remember Boris Beatty and a few guys, Sean Oakman, they always wore suits.
Yeah,
like the older guys, like they dressed up no matter what.
And I don't like, some people don't like wearing ties. I get it. Ties aren't always my favorite, but there's something to putting on a tie. I don't mind a suit with a nice dress shirt or a nice like collared shirt and stuff. That's fine.
That's great. Yeah.
But I think you should have, even, sometimes you'll see Donna Nurse has a great like 3/4 length light brown jacket that sometimes he wears. Looks sharp, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just think you should be business or business casual.
I agree. And the other thing I like, and I know in the NBA, some guys take it a little too far, but I like to see different guys like character, like how they dress. Do you know what I mean? Their style.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind that stuff. So I'm okay with them going away from it. Because I'll be honest, players probably hate putting on a suit after a game. They want to be as comfy as possible.
Yeah. I get it. But it's, treat it with respect.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about this extra 2 games.
New contract limits. Max term will be 7 years to resign, 6 years in free agency. Final 8-year deals will come this year.
Yeah, because general managers can't get out of their own way. They have to limit the...
Do it now. Don't let the Oilers sign Trent to 8.
Well, it's ridiculous. Have some restraint. Like, owners, talk to your managers and say, look, every 8-year deal goes by my desk. I got to baby some GMs because they're handing these things out like Halloween candy. Trick or 8 years. Some guys are coming and getting these 8-year deals. Now they have to lower it because GMs can't control themselves. Come on, man. What are we doing?
And that's what I say with Frederick. Like, Frederick, this is the last year of the 8. We're not giving you 8. We'll give you 7. Plain and simple, and move on. Playoff cap mechanism. LTIR loophole closed. New rules will prevent stacking injured reserve savings to boost playoff rosters. Something we've all said.
What does that mean? Does that...
Like, you'll probably have to be cap compliant going into the playoffs. Is that what that means?
Well, they are cap compliant because they're players on the LTIR. So the Oilers had Evander Kane off, right? So what is that?
What says the new rules will prevent stacking injured reserve savings to boost playoff rosters.
So there'll probably be a certain amount that you can only have on LTIR at a certain point, right? Or that counts against the cap. So say,
or you can't use that money to. You can't use that money to go out and get a hurdle, right? Like when Stone.
Yeah,
it's going to be to that effect.
So would it? This is completely hypothetical. Say you have a $8 million player.
Yeah,
he goes on LTIR. Only 2 goes against the cap, or you can put 2 on LTIR. The remaining 6 stays on the cap.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is it that's what I'm kind of getting there?
I think we need more clarification on that, but I think that's where they're going, because all it says from, like, I'm just reading what some insiders are throwing out there. The new rules will prevent stacking injured reserve savings to boost playoff roster.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll need more information. Again, none of this is official, right? Like this
is just the players. This is from the league, right? This is I'm surprised they put their proposal out there.
Emergency backup goalie rule. Each team must now carry a full-time e-bug, ending the beer league call-up era.
This is what I need, another job.
That's crazy. Let's see. Is there anything else? Salary cap projections. For this year, 95.5.
Okay.
For the following year, 104.
Wow.
And for the following year, 113. So that's going to help the Oil.
Yeah, get these guys locked in so in 4 years, maybe they can win a cup.
Okay, so you hate the 2 extra games.
Awful.
Okay, do you like the max term? Yes.
I do like it, but I don't because it's owners going, I can't control my staff.
That's terrible. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
it's terrible.
Yeah,
it's owners going, I can't stop these guys from giving out 8-year deals.
If I'm the owner, I tell my GM, you're not signing anyone to an 8-year deal. Plain and simple.
Unless this guy's up for Hart trophies or Vezinas or Norrises, you're not giving him an 8-year deal.
Yeah. Nate Big Uke says no cap ? Smitty the Welder says cap compliance for each game. Max Mizuzu LTIR salary cap to circumvent the salary cap. People's eyebrow cap for on ice team. Yeah, we need clarification on that rule. Okay, so we don't like the 84 game season. We like that you're going to go 7 years and 6 years instead of 8 because it's going to get these GMs to stop making terrible decisions. Dress code, we don't really care. Sure. Which one was the other one? Oh, the playoff and the LTIR we like, and the salary cap. If you're an Edmonton Oilers fan, you got to love that. Because they're strapped right now, and I know it's 2 years and 3 years down the road, but that's going to help them
But if
immensely.
you get these guys under deals for that term, then you'll be sitting pretty. Like every other team in the league is right now.
Oh, boy. So what do you think, Nasties? Let us know. River Korean Box, 780-218-9999, or hit us up on the Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up. Which one of these new CBA, what are they called, Gager? Changes or, some are upgrade, some are really bad decisions, like 84-game season. Which one do you like? Which one do you hate? Let us know, and we're back, and we'll break it down more. We'll also continue to talk Elks and Oilers. Look at the Oilers; they've been fairly quiet since the Evander Kane trade. Joaquin, are they getting something ready?
Yeah, like your.
There's a lot of people putting
like your
stuff on
sister's
Twitter.
Ravioli.
No, my GFs.
Oh, your GF. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
she got the ravioli.
Yeah,
6 raviolis.
5. We're back after the break. Here's Scoop Sports Update.
Around the NHL, the Wild have sent Brendan Gaunce to the Blue Jackets in exchange for Cameron Butler. And also on the move, Florida traded a 5th rounder in tomorrow's draft for 26-year-old Daniel Tarasov from Columbus. Elsewhere, Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman has reported 29-year-old unrestricted free agent Nikolai Ehlers of the Jets has informed his team that he will test free agency. In other news, veteran free agent kicker Justin Tucker has been suspended 10 weeks by the NFL for violating the league's personal conduct policy. The 35-year-old spent the past 13 seasons in Baltimore and will be eligible for reinstatement November 11th. Back in Canada, Edmonton is on the road in Winnipeg to kick off CFL Week 4 action. Join Matt Iwanyk and Jay Milton as they break down the game during the Green and Gold kickoff show with coverage starting at 5:30 right here on EST. Baseball has 2 games wrapped up, 5 games live. Earlier, the Jays beat the Guardians 6-0 to close out their series, while right now the Rockies and Dodgers are locked at 1 apiece in the 5th inning. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. More discussion with Joaquin and Hernan on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
They're going to have to find somebody affordable who might have the upside of being able to score and having some size. Okay, I got a name for you. Relatively inexpensively. Could be a disaster. He only played 13 games because he had an ACL injury. He's 6'5", around 230 pounds. If you could get him for maybe 2.5, would you look at Anthony Mantha?
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hosting the Big Canada Day Bash? Make room for the celebration with Sentinel Storage. From decluttering the garage, storing your seasonal gear, and keeping your treasures safe, we've got the space so you can enjoy the day and every day. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
River Creek Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. Featuring small band and acoustic performances, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly in the venue July 25th. Tickets at rivercreekresort.com.
River Creek Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Got some gently used furniture or home goods that need a new home? Find Edmonton is here to help. Every month we furnish over 100 homes to those transitioning out of homelessness, and we need your gently used furniture and home goods. Drop off at 5120 122nd Street or call for free local pickup. Just visit findedmonton.com to learn how your donations can help create a home for someone in need. Plus shop our thrift store, in-store or online, with proceeds benefit those moving out of homelessness through housing supports. Visit us at findedmonton.com. Find Edmonton, supporting our community one home at a time.
.26. Welcome back to EST Afternoon. It's been a fun show. A little bit of weird show. We're so used to like going all in on the Oilers, but we've talked Peterka, we talked these CBA, the CBA talk that's supposed to be, I think tomorrow's the day.
It's for 2026.
Yeah. But like what they want to change for 2 seasons down the road. And the big one is the 84 games. Just a little bizarre.
Don't forget both of your lack of knowledge in golf rules.
And yeah, we're absolutely terrible at that. It's tough, Joaquin, man.
I know, buddy.
Golf is interesting, my friend. Yeah, but it's been fun. And listen, I think the Oilers are going to get busy here. I think as we head into the weekend. But, I mean, we can speculate all we want. I don't know where they're going, to be honest with you. I don't know who they're going to try to get. They got to move money out. They're still looking, the goaltending market. We're looking at that. We're looking if Arvidsson can get moved and all that.
Nice.
Why is my face up on there?
I don't know. Coop hacked your computer.
I don't know what.
You might want to disable that function.
Oh, what? Oh no, I know what to do. There we go. Oh, guys, we appreciate you listening and watching us on days like this. But hey, just quickly, just to update, Freddie Gaudreau traded to the Seattle Kraken for a 4th-round pick. Sounds like Jay Woodcroft's going to be joining the Ducks coaching staff. Sounds like Glenn Gulletson is in the running for the Dallas Stars head coaching job. Congratulations to him. Jimmy Benn signs a 1-year deal. Bonus heavy for sure for the veteran there, who's going to try to win one more year. We all heard the Peterka trade to Utah for Michael Kesselring and Josh Doan. And then Daniel Tarasov from the Columbus Blue Jackets goaltender traded to the Florida Panthers earlier today. So stuff is picking up. Tomorrow's going to be wild. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait for the draft. It's going to be great. We'll get to Inside the Numbers, talk some draft stuff as well. If you like to get some promo codes, deposit 20 or more to get a $50 casino bonus using promo code EST Casino. You can do the same for a $50 free sports bet using promo code EST Sports. So, Joaquin, we'll go with this. On this day in 2001, Ray Bourque announced his retirement.
Really?
17 days after winning his first Stanley Cup.
You know, when he won,
yeah,
I think he was asked by the city of Boston to come back with the cup. I mean, he was Mr. Boston, right?
100%.
So I guess the year he brings that, when was his first cup? The 2001?
Yeah.
So he goes back to Boston. And then the Patriots win the Super Bowl. I think the next year the Sox win the World Series, and then the Celtics win. So he attributes him bringing the Stanley Cup back to Boston after winning to all the other sports franchises winning after that.
He pulled a LeBron. He went to a stacked team and won. So
they needed him, though.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he didn't hurt him.
He was one of those players that was still quite effective late into his career, too.
Yeah, JB Boy says, if Gulletson leaves for head coaching job, the Oilers should get Todd Nelson. I got bad news. He's with Pittsburgh Penguins. He signed last week as an assistant coach as well.
I wonder if, because Paul Coffey just signs 1-year deals, doesn't he? Is he going to be back?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, actually.
I don't think he'll be back.
Maybe not. 26 years ago today. Sorry, I miswrote this. The Oilers traded away Craig Miller for a 3rd-round pick. Do you know who that pick turned out to be?
Craig Miller, because he came from the Buffalo organization.
Yeah.
In 2003? I don't know.
Very controversial figure in his time in Edmonton. Then came back and was loved again.
Me?
The Brick.
Oh.
Michael Comrie.
He came back?
Because remember when he left, it was really bad?
Yeah.
And then he came back.
Did he come back?
Yeah, and he wore 91 and he got in a scrap and everybody lost their minds.
Can't even remember that. Jesus. What years were those?
Ooh. Oh, man. Decade of Darkness times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember the years, but he came back because he wore 91 when he came back.
Okay.
And then he got hurt early and just didn't really play.
Well, was that after his hip stuff?
Yeah. It was after, because he left on bad terms with Kalo.
I know.
Yeah.
I think he wanted half the money back or something.
16 years ago, who went number 1 in the 2009 draft, Gage? I'll test your knowledge right now for Inside the Numbers.
Who went first in 2009?
Coob knows. I know. And a former Oiler went 4th. Can you name him?
I don't know.
Evander Kane.
Really?
Yeah. Who went first?
John Tavares,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
Johnny T. Yeah, Johnny T.
Pajama John. Be interesting. We'll see what happens with him.
I want you to name the 2 players that went 1-2 in the 2004 NHL draft that happened 21 years ago today. This one's easy.
Sedin brothers?
No.
Think
vodka.
Oh, I know. Gager, do you know?
Ovi?
Ovi was number 1. Who was number 2?
I don't know.
Countryman.
Malkin?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They went in the same draft?
Yeah, Pittsburgh was supposed to have that first overall pick, no?
Huh.
And then they lost it.
Wow.
Okay, let's keep going. This is fun.
No, it's not.
Former Oiler, Cam Barker went 3rd.
Cam Barker?
Yeah. It was a bad one. Sorry, the Preds acquired Craig Miller for that 3rd-round pick. That was Mike Comrie. I had left that out. Oops. Oops-a-daisy. 1999. Who was the first overall pick in the NHL draft? That happened 26 years ago.
99.
He is forever be remembered in Edmonton for a very bad reason. Never played in Edmonton.
Oh, was it Nylander?
Nope.
I don't know, man. Bad reason. 99.
Yeah. He had a really bad blunder at Rexall Place that is still being shown in highlights.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Was it the little defenseman?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, his name just escaped me. He was drafted to the Thrashers, right?
The Thrashers, yes.
Oh, Swedish guy, right?
Was he Swedish? He must have. I don't know. You guys give up?
Once you say that name, I'll...
Patrick Stefan.
Yeah,
Stefan. Yeah.
Do you know who went 2-3? Played in the Canadian market? Both went to the same team?
No.
The Sedins.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, man. It's tough to remember all that. I get it, man. Like, it's extremely tough. 32 years ago, the 1993 NHL draft took place in Quebec.
Yeah. 93?
Name the player that went first overall.
First overall, 1993.
Yeah.
Was it the Daigle?
It was. Good job.
Was it?
Alexander Daigle.
Oh, the Daigle.
One of my favorite players growing up. Thought he was going to be a star. Do you know who went number 2? Played for the Edmonton Oilers for 1 season.
God, I should know this.
Defense. Pronger. And Struddy's cousin went 5th.
Scotty?
Rob Niedermeyer.
Rob Niedermeyer. Yeah.
Chris Gratton 3rd. Paul Correa 4th. The worst player there is Alexander Daigle.
I know.
Oh, man. He had it tough, though. I saw his documentary on Prime. Like, there was so much pressure put on him. And he admitted he didn't handle it well. Like, he struggled with it. Yeah. And he went to a bad team, too. So, interesting.
You know he dated Pamela Anderson for a summer?
Oh, yeah. And don't forget, on this day in 2015, Connor McDavid was drafted by the Edmonton Oilers. What a day, Joaquin.
Should have took Eichel.
Okay, I want to show you this. I got to show you this, man. This is hilarious. So, the NBA draft went yesterday. 3 Duke guys went in the top 10, just like our Jay Milne predicted. So the good old Raptors had the 9th pick.
Okay, yeah.
Did you see the reaction?
No.
Okay, I'm going to show it to you. Collin Murray-Boyles gets selected, and I got his reaction right here. Like, I just want you to look at this. Let's watch it again. A shake of the head.
And an F-bomb.
Oh.
Jeez.
Okay, so afterwards he goes, no, he's like, I was just in the moment, like F, I can't believe I just got drafted. I'm not buying it, bro. That's good, Coop.
Yeah, no, I sympathize a little bit.
Okay,
because look, the mean streets of Kitsilano, the Edmonton Oilers weren't liked as a child. Okay, I hated the Oilers.
Yeah.
And every time they picked at the draft in Montreal back in 92, I was like, oh, please don't pick. Because they talked to me probably the most before the draft. And every time I went back, I go, oh, phew. And then when I got picked, I was like, oh. But I didn't drop an F-bomb. And then halfway down the stairs, I was like, yes, this is cool. I'm an Edmonton Oiler or whatever, right? But
yeah,
this guy's saying it because he's coming to Canada.
Well, BBJ says it looks like he says finally. He did not say finally.
Well, it was an F, but it wasn't finally.
And I know I saw his interviews afterwards, and he was really good. Like he kind of fixed it and all that. But I don't know, Gager. What do you make of that?
I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I heard Gazdik's take this morning on it. If you're pick, and I'm paraphrasing here, but
yeah.
If you are selected to go play in the top league in the world professionally, you should be happy.
Be grateful.
Be very grateful because you are part of a very select few.
Yeah.
I don't know what, like the odds in hockey, they're ridiculous. I can't, it's even worse in basketball.
And he's going to Toronto. Toronto City's better than a lot of the cities in the NBA in the US. Let's be honest here.
Yes.
Toronto's awesome.
For all accounts, I understand it. People want to play at home and things like that. I get that. There's a certain, but it's also kind of fun to go to because I've done this, going to different countries to play sports because it's different, you know. And he'll probably get a better chance to play in Toronto than anywhere else.
100%.
So why? It's a ridiculous notion. And this is the kind of whole. I think it's a little bit of the Nick Anderson thing, not knowing about Canada, not knowing how it is, things like that. Like
you just hear Canada and you're like, ah.
You don't know how loved you are.
Yeah.
And what a rabid basketball city Toronto is for its Raptors.
Yeah. No, and for many of the experts, it was a bit of a reach at 9. Now, I saw a lot of mock drafts that had him between 12 and 22, for example. So it's not like an enormous reach, but an interesting one for sure. But I thought that reaction was pretty funny. I wanted to show you. I didn't know if you saw it, though. But
I just heard about it,
yeah. What do people make of it? Like, it's just a young kid caught in the moment. He did an excellent job fixing it after because he was absolutely awesome. Like, he made it sound really, really good. And then there was a picture circulating of him when he was a kid and he had a Raptors t-shirt.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So, and also Evander Kane, his meeting with the Vancouver media, he says, I know what hockey means in this city. And I know what the Canucks mean to people here. Those were the first words for Evander Kane today.
Of course he does. He grew up there, man.
He's got a sweet suit on. It's kind of like a greenish blue stripes. Looks solid. So I'll dip more into that. That just dropped on Twitter, so if you want to check it out. Former Edmonton Oilers meeting with the Vancouver media, who, by all accounts yesterday, the fan base wasn't taking it well. We'll see what happens. Okay, coming up, Jake Lanferman. He's the Edmonton Riverhawks head coach. They're currently on the road in Victoria. It is game 3 of their 3-game set against Victoria. They've split the first 2. We'll see what happens tonight, and then they move on to Nanaimo for a 3-game set before coming back here. So it's going to be great. Have you been to a game? I got to get out this year. I wasn't able to last year, Joaquin. But
Too busy.
I want to get out this year for sure. It's a great time, but that's coming up. Some baseball talk. Then we'll have some fun with some food talk, some movie talk, and some This Day in Sports as well. Keep it locked here on EST Afternoon. Slam that thumbs up. Here's our guy, Coop, Sports Update.
Couple moves around the NHL involving the Blue Jackets. Columbus shipping out Cameron Butler to Minnesota in exchange for Brendan Gaunce earlier. Daniel Tarasov was traded from the Columbus to Florida for a 5th rounder in tomorrow's draft. And according to Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman, 29-year-old unrestricted free agent Nikolai Ehlers has informed the Jets that he will test free agency. In NFL news, veteran kicker Justin Tucker has been suspended for 10 weeks after violating the league's personal conduct policy. Out west, it's the Elks and Bombers going head-to-head in Week 4 CFL action. Matt Iwanyk, J. Milne have you covered with the Green and Gold Kickoff Show, which airs live at 5:30 right here on EST. And MLB action has 4 games live, 3 games wrapped up. Toronto overtook Cleveland by a score of 6-0 earlier, while right now it's the Astros holding the Phillies 2-1. And in Toronto's game, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Jays left the game early after absorbing a pitch from Cleveland's Tanner Bibby, undergoing x-rays after the fact, which came back negative for any fractures. Jake Lanferman, the manager of your Edmonton Riverhawks, is up next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Have some fun at the Banquet Bar. Bowling, drinks, and a great time with friends, where the good times roll. Whether you're here to bowl or just hang out, the Banquet Bar is your go-to spot. Get real, play hard at the Banquet.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
River Creek Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. Featuring small band and acoustic performances, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly in the venue July 25th. Tickets at rivercreekresort.com.
River Creek Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Back here, final segment on EST Afternoons, live from the William Huff Studios. Coming up, Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne. They'll take you from 3 to 5:30, and then it's the Green and Gold kickoff show with Matthew Iwanyk and Jay Milne as your Edmonton Elks are in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers, looking for their first win of the season. Should be a fun one, 6:30 kickoff, and the boys will be back for the post-game show. Following all the action there from Princess Auto Stadium. It's close to a sellout. I know yesterday said they only had like 700 tickets left, so good stuff there by the Bombers. Always a rowdy crowd. It's going to be great. I guess Huss was saying earlier it's supposed to be beautiful in Winnipeg, so can't wait for that game. Talk about another team here in Edmonton, the Edmonton Riverhawks, currently on the road. And to talk all things baseball, head coach Jake Lanferman joins us here from the road. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we're doing excellent. Excellent. How you enjoying life on the road there out in BC?
I can't complain. It looks like we're going to get a little rain today, so that'll throw some a wrench in there. But yeah, this is a pretty good one for us. We fly into Victoria, and then we just drive up to Nanaimo. So pretty easy 6-game road trip. Can't complain.
Nice, nice. So your first 2 games with Victoria, it's been a split. Third game goes tonight at 6:35. That'd be 7:35 our time here in Edmonton. What do you got to do to pull out this series here, Coach?
Yeah, well, yesterday was kind of a tough one. We ended up giving up a 3-run home run in the 8th to eventually lose 6-4, and we were in the driver's seat for most of it. So coming before that, a 4-game win streak, the boys are playing extremely well. So we're just trying to get back to the basics of where we were at before last night, and we got a great arm on the bump to help us do so. So stick to our game plan. It's a long, grindy summer, a lot of games with 54 and in 2 months and a week. So just keep doing what we're doing and hope for the best result.
Jake, what goes into kind of, you go on these road trips out to the island. You've had some success this year. Your team's 12-8 right now. Those those playoff dates are so valuable, as we've seen over the last few years. Is it really difficult to stay focused with such a condensed league, or is just you're playing so much it's really easy to stay engaged?
Yeah, I think we start to get in the hang of things right about now. The guys are getting used to it, but a lot of these guys have never played a pro style type of schedule, right? So all of them at their D1 programs or their schools, they're playing 4 9s on a weekend or 2 7s and 2 9s in 2 days or 3 days. So it's a different kind of compete. It's a different kind of focus. I think you like right now we have the whole day off, and then we're heading down to the field at 5 p.m. So it's trying to just get ourselves in the right mind space so that when we get down to the field, we're ready to rock. And I know some of the younger guys, we have a lot of younger guys this year that are getting adjusted to the pro style schedule. And it's such an advantage when we're at home too. We're just spoiled with the facility, with the fans, with Edmonton in general, how they've rallied around us. So it's not as much fun being on the road. And some of these places we play in, when we're getting 300, 400, 500, Victoria's pretty good. We get a couple thousand there, but at home when we're getting 4,000 or 5,000, that's when the boys are pretty excited and pretty amped up. So it's staying the course. It's just staying through it and continue to do the things we can control every day and hope for the best.
You know what, Jake? It's interesting because ball here has always been great with going back all the way to the Trappers. They're minor league team for the MLB. But just seeing for you and like you said for the boys, they get pretty pumped when there's 4,000 or 5,000. Like, what has it meant to see the support? Because the Edmonton Riverhawks in the last 3 years, last 2 or 3 years, has really taken off. Everybody wants to go and check it out and hang out there, and they have such great theme nights. Like, what does that mean to you and your team to see the support? Because you have the two big clubs in the Oilers and the Elks, but the Riverhawks, alike like the Stingers, are getting big crowds and becoming really popular in this city.
Yeah, it's always cool when all these guys come from Texas, California, all over the place, and then they see that the Oilers playoff run and they're immersed in it, and they go to watch parties. And these guys they're young kids, right, 18 to 22, so they're loving all of it that comes with it. But I think last year for our group especially, it really made them realize, like, hey, if we get in the playoffs and we do something similar to this, we're gonna sell out RE/MAX, and we're gonna have that kind of rallied support from the fans, and we had it last year. I think we had 8,500 people sell out for our one playoff game that we hosted, and it's just special. Obviously, being a local guy, being an Oilers fan, being part of this city for so long, and I know how special sports are to all of us here. But I think that's probably one of the coolest things is seeing these guys come all over the place and then realize, like, hey, it's an incredible city. We're spoiled. The fans love the entertainment. I think our organization does a great job of that. And then obviously it's our job and my job specifically to put the best product on the field to make sure we're finding success. And we're in a really good spot right now with last year, and now kind of it's tricky with the front half. You win the front half, you clinch. You win the back half, you clinch, and then there's 2 overalls, right? So last year we just stayed the course, and we tied actually for 18-9 for the front half, but the run differential we didn't clinch, and then we just had a strong season, and you get the overall, and you make playoffs. So it's a really weird way to do it. It's also a really weird playoff format where you have a 3-game set to begin it, and then a 1-game semifinal and a 1-game championship game. So if you play every single game, you're playing 5 playoff games. It's a lot different than what a lot of people know, right? So, but yeah, no, I mean, it's incredible, and the guys we had a really special group this year. They get along great. They're great character young men, and we're lucky to have these guys trust our organization to come this far from so many good Division I programs.
Yeah, and like you said, you're 12-8. It's great for you guys at the first half of the season here to finish as high as you can. I got to ask, though, you said you have a lot of players from the States, Texas, and all those parts. And when they come down here, and it's been funny, Jake, because the weather here in Edmonton has been a little weird so far, right? Like a lot of winds. Yeah. You get the storms. Like you can get a hailstorm on a plus 30 day. What do your players think about the weather here in Edmonton? Because it's been a little erratic so far this spring/summer.
Yeah, I think our guys from Arizona, California, and they're asking when summer's going to start. But I mean, then we go down to Kelowna and play a midweek, and I think it was 37, 38 there. And I was like, so it's been all over the spectrum. And then, yeah, you're right. It has been a little bit of a weird weather start there in Edmonton, but it's always funny. But some of those guys, where they're coming from, it's almost nice to play a little bit cooler and instead of Texas or those kind of places, or with a lot of humidity. So, but yeah, it's funny you say that because it's been odd, that's for sure.
Jake, sitting second now. Tell us about. You say there's a lot of turnover. I'm assuming there's a lot of turnover on other teams. Who poses the biggest threat, and do you think you guys can finish on top of the North Division here?
Yeah, Bellingham is just always traditionally very strong. So us getting them 6 games already, the strength of schedule is really in our advantage of the back half. We have a really tough schedule here. Actually, like after Victoria tonight, Nanaimo and Port Angeles to finish our front half, our last 6 games are ones, both series we should be able to go and get. And I think that Bellingham and Wenatchee are always up there with us. Kamloops is a little bit stronger this year, but us and Bellingham have just created this rivalry, it seems like, from last year, from us winning game 1 in the postseason at home and then dropping 2 there. So they're Yeah, and I like to say that too. This is year 4 of our organization and year 3 of me being the head guy. So we're learning and we're growing, and every year we get stronger. But those kind of programs have been around 20 plus years. Wenatchee's having its 25th year anniversary. So to see that we're right there slugging with the best of them in these traditional baseball towns that have been hosting guys and have these university connections for 20 plus years. I mean, we're in a really good spot. And we got a couple more guys coming in here in the next week that are going to bolster our roster even better, and then hopefully hit the ground running. And the draft will be exciting too.
Jake, great. Yeah, Jake, great stuff. All the best tonight and on your continued road trip the next 3 days as well. We look forward to having you guys back in Edmonton and getting out to the ballpark. All the best, and this was fun, man.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. Talk soon.
All right, that's Edmonton Riverhawks head coach Jake Lanferman joining. Oh, it's a fun conversation. It's always good to know, like, the players come here and they're like, Edmonton, what's up with the weather? When's summer? Because this summer's been terrible.
It's fun for the games that I've been there. I've been able to go look at the bullpen and watch guys warm up and stuff. Awesome. There's something about baseball. It's a very relaxing game and stuff. Yeah, hopefully it can warm up for these guys a little bit. Maybe it affects the ball going out of the ballpark too. So
okay, quickly. This day in 1987, the film's Full Metal Jacket was released. You remember that one?
Ugh.
For Your Eyes Only. 20th film in the James Bond series.
Villeneuve is directing the new Bond.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Good stuff. And it's National Bomb Pop Day. You know that ice cream that's red, white, and blue?
Yeah. I used to get those.
Those are good.
Back in the day. Chase the guy on the bike.
Yeah. Remember the... Yeah. My buddy used to ride one.
Well, Dave Cooper, my good buddy, he did it for a summer. He quit after the first day and left it. He wasn't going up hills anymore in that thing.
Oh, boy. All right, we got to get out of here. Elks, let's go. Support the green and gold. 6:30 kickoff show right here with Matthew Iwanyk, Jay Milne, 5:30. Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up in about 4 minutes' time. For Zach Kubish and Joaquin Gage, I'm Hernan Salas saying thank you for listening, thank you for watching, thank you for the thumbs up. We love you guys. We'll chat tomorrow on NHL Draft Day, and we'll recap Elks Bombers. Ciao.